What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
how
how
are
are
you?
you? I'm
I'm
so
well.
excited.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 32.
All right. So are you single or are you married? I see you Zoom user. I got you. You're 32. What
Yeah,
do you got?
I'm single.
What do you got? So what do you got for me on the topic?
I'm single and I'm looking for a man.
Okay, but
Um,
but
that's
I
a
got a
I'm
topic
looking.
tonight. Are you calling in on
Okay.
my topic?
No.
Okay, you gotta wait. I gotta be calling in on the topic. I got an entire show that I put together. If you just want to talk about what you want to talk about, if I have time at the end, maybe I'll get to it. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you? How old are
Um,
you?
32. Can you hear me?
Barely. You were cutting in and out. Say again. Okay.
My let me take my.
Are you on a mobile device? Alrighty then. Are
Hey,
you
can you
on
hear
a?
me now?
Yeah. How old are you again? Jesus.
All right, 32.
What? Okay. What's going on with your phone?
Sorry, I had my AirPods in, and for some reason it wasn't connecting, so I just took them off.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Okay. So what do you got for me on the topic?
Well, I feel like, and I know, I can't really speak for everybody because I am a little big myself, but I feel like a lot of the weight issues, I think, comes from like a self-esteem point of view from a lot of women, and it kind of feel like guys are supposed
We
to
don't care.
accept that
We
ill.
don't. We don't care.
Yeah, so for me, like, I actually, like, the reason why I even found you was actually through a male friend of mine, and I've been watching a lot of your videos, so a lot of the points that you're saying, like, it really makes sense. And for me, like, I'm like, okay, you know what, maybe if I start doing this, maybe if I do start working out, guys may look at me in a different light. But sometimes, like, even with your weight, it's more of a self-realization, something that you
Hold on,
want
just a second. Hold on, just a second. And to my critics and detractors, when I say we don't care, we don't. Just like a woman doesn't care why a man is a broke dusty. You don't care. Human beings choose based on outcomes and results, not should be's. So you're saying that even if you start addressing the weight, then what?
yeah, so like, for me, I feel like it's like Darwinism. Like, you kind of, it's like survivor of the fittest in the world of dating when it comes to weight, when it comes to a lot of, um, you know, pretty much the mating, or the guys pursuing the ladies. So I think with us looking a certain way is not only to attract, or the guy's attention, but I think as it's the same way of having that type of self-esteem and confidence, to say, like, I look a certain way. And for me, I kind of think of it like, if the world was about to end and it's an apocalypse and we got to run, and the guy is speeding off and I can't catch up because I'm overweight, like, it could be a problem. Like, we should be able to run as a team,
And you said you're how old
being
again?
32.
32?
Yeah,
Any children?
no.
Okay. How much the most you've ever weighed?
Um, 210.
Okay.
Right now I'm like 180.
How tall are you?
5'5".
So what men don't understand is how you guys,
Get that up, that weight up.
yeah, how you guys do this and how you justify it. Because
Well, for me,
it's not like human beings eat a big meal and then go to bed and then you're just. I know it takes time, but at 32, do you want to have children one day? Do
I do.
you want to
I
be
do.
married one day?
I do.
Okay. So when was the last time you were a dress size US 4?
Um, Actually, like high school, like freshman.
Freshman year? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
when you're a freshman, you're 14 years old, 14 to 15. So by my quick math, that's over half your life ago.
yeah. I think for me too, like even with me being like at 160 or like 175, I didn't look like it. Like I looked smaller than what my size was, and it's always been like that.
You look
But
smaller to who? The black men?
well, like
If I put you in a room full of, if I put you in a room full of men from China or a room full of white men, would you be making the same statement?
oh no, of course not.
Then
I
then
mean,
then
me
then,
going,
then hold on, stop. So the context is I look smaller in the black male or black cultural context. But if I put you in a room with just a bunch of different race men, you wouldn't make the same they would make the same argument. It would be a non-starting argument.
true, that's true.
So this is why black as a man, we're just tired of hearing we're tired of hearing all of that because we feel the internet. People had a belief, but on the internet now we see how differently women act with different men. And gentlemen, this is where we as men got to understand that accepting this stuff, calling it thick, and then that shit won't
Oh,
work. But at 32,
yeah. It's a different perspective as you get older. That's why I said sometimes it's like just self-realizing that, I need to make some
did you go to
changes.
college?
And a lot of times weight is gained through
Did you
bad
go to college?
relationships. That again?
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Did you get your degree?
No.
What is it in?
Criminal justice.
Okay, another useless degree.
Yeah.
So if you don't get married, how are you going to provide for yourself between age 65 and 85 with a criminal justice degree?
Um, well, I'm like a minimalist, so I wouldn't like,
How much are you going to
buy
need?
like
Okay,
a
minimalist or not, you're still going to be 65. How much do you think you need to retire on for that 20 years? How much cash?
I would say in the field of criminal justice, maybe 500,000.
Mhm. Are you making more than $75,000 a year?
No,
More than 60?
like around 60.
What city do you live in?
California,
Northern or
Sacramento.
southern? Sacramento. So cost of living is higher there, though.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, the number is really about $1.9 million. And the long way around it is without a marriage, as a single person, you won't have enough money to live in your elder years. Bottom line, no matter how we get around to it, the world is not set up for single people aging.
I completely agree. I wish I like knew you back like 10 years ago to give like, some type of advice. Is we get caught up in our own world and we don't,
I get
a
it.
lot of times focus on it.
I
And
get it.
like
I get it.
now.
I get it. But the problem is you're 32, and if you want to get the outcomes, you got no time.
Yeah. That I do know. That I do
Huh?
know. I said that I do know.
Okay. So how many days a week are
And
you
so
working
that's
out?
why I'm kind of
So
on
how many
it.
days a week are you working out?
Right now, 3.
How many hours?
Yeah, because
How long are your workouts?
an hour and a half.
What kind of workout are you doing?
A lot of deadlifts, weightlifting, some jump rope. That's pretty much it. I just do like home workouts. And then I work a lot. So when I'm at work, I work out on my break. I do care home, so it's
You, you,
easy for
you
me
work
to.
out. You work out for an hour and a half at home.
Mm-hmm.
And how much weight have you lost in the last 90 days?
Um, in the 90 days, because I just started. So last month I lost 15. Um, and then I don't know so far from last month to now because I haven't weighed myself.
Okay.
And that's with me eating, eating right and cutting a lot of like sugars and carbs and stuff. So
Okay. See, this is what I understand is why women in your position who know that you didn't get the right information for whatever, you're where we are, why y'all aren't really working out with a trainer and doing everything you can to get down to a healthy weight. When I said you don't have any time, that's what I meant, no time.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
And for
like,
me, it's I don't have any more distractions for me to like before it was just I couldn't focus on, the simplest things of, a healthy diet or something else, which is no excuse, but we get sidetracked with so much stuff that gets us off course and we forget to get back on the bandwagon. So
well, that doesn't sound good, man, because honestly, it sounds like you can lose weight. And see, men fear situations like this because what men don't hear is she'll lose the weight, and then when she get a man, she'll blow right back up.
yeah. And see, that's what I don't want. Because if I was to meet somebody,
But
like I
what,
would want.
but what you're not okay. Um, knowledge is good, but I'm beyond the point of thinking that the reason so many women today are so out of shape is because they don't like knowledge. Just I think y'all just lazy. Just lazy, and they think somebody's going to accept it. And now after 30, it's like, okay, well, shit, it's not happening, and y'all aren't moving with any real sense of urgency. You gotta outcompete the 23-year-old version of yourself and all other women out there. So because if you mess around and get to 40 single, that's a wrap. And I mean, like it or not, man, the math is the same. How you gonna pay for life? So like, man, you scaring women. I hope so. I hope so. I hope I'm scaring the shit out of y'all so you start recognizing that you don't have time to be wasting.
Yeah, it's definitely a wake up call. I think for me too, coming out of a relationship where the guy really didn't care
How
and
long were you in a
wanted to
relationship?
that again.
How long were you in the relationship?
2.5 years. We ended last June.
Okay.
Almost.
Well, unfortunately, like I was telling you, women, y'all got to get the bigger parts of your life together. Getting fit. That's just the one part of it. Then you got to get competitive. So, I don't know. Sad part is, the truth of the matter is, most of our women just expect men just to accept it. Thanks, man. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
and I don't. I
Well,
don't want to.
I said most of our women though. They say they don't, but y'all, they really do.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels for another impactful conversation. This one with Isis brought out a lot of truth and a lot of discomfort, which is exactly what growth feels like. Now, let's be real. What we just heard was a clash between intention and preparation. A young woman says she was raised to be a wife, but the values and skills don't match up with what that actually looks like. And this is the core issue Kevin broke down so well. Wanting a lifestyle doesn't mean you're ready to live it. A $300,000 life comes with $300,000 expectations. And if you haven't been trained for that position, it's no surprise when the role doesn't get offered to you. But it gets deeper. What really stood out was the conversation about media messaging. Kevin flipped the mirror on the idea that it's the media's fault without accountability. Because when you control the content, the narrative, and the platform, then you are responsible for what gets amplified. We can't keep pointing fingers at invisible forces when the real decision makers are right in our own community. Here's the Stoic takeaway. You must control your inputs. If your reality doesn't match your desires, you need to audit your upbringing, your training, and your influences. Ask yourself honestly, Was I prepared for the life I say I want? Or was I just handed dreams with no tools? And one more thing. Kevin touched on something most people ignore. There's profit in dysfunction. The system doesn't want strong bonded couples. They want 2 incomes, 2 rent payments, and lifelong consumers. They don't sell you stability because peace doesn't sell, but peace builds empires. Families build legacies. So to everyone watching, man or woman, the path forward starts with brutal honesty. If you want the traditional outcomes, you need traditional values, not just in theory, in practice, daily. As always, thank you for watching. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Was Kevin on point? Was the caller being realistic or just hopeful? Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss another deep breakdown just like this one. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.